Good morning, sunshine. And it is a sunny day down in sunny Florida. We have already done, 45 minutes of continuous cardio. We have patrolled the neighborhood on our run/jogging routine. And now we're just doing a little brief patrol around the property. There was some deer down yonder earlier. And it is cold in sunny Florida. I'm happy the sun's out because I would be very much more cold if it was not. We got down to the bitter. I don't think we got quite to the single digits in Florida, but we definitely got down in the teens, which we have record power consumption. I guess it's the highest they've seen the power being consumed in the local area since, I guess, 2010, which is kind of interesting. I wasn't in the area at the time. And I hope they turn that big magnet off. I don't know if you heard the things about the magnet lab here in the Panhandle, which supposedly has atmospheric effects, but we're just coming down here and seeing if we see any evidence of the fence being messed with. We have, of course, a big hole in the perimeter fence down there that I made last week, getting that big eyesore of a tree down. So we will eventually have to get that repaired, as that is a kind of a security hole, if you will. And really more for animals. I don't expect people to be coming through the cypress swamp, although it is pretty dry right now. So, but we did our 45 minutes of continuous cardio. I wanted to run in the house and grab some tissue because the extreme cold, and yes, it is extreme cold for me, it was causing my nose to run. So we're layered up pretty good, being that it is, I think we're in the this new iPhone does this thing where it pops up this visual intelligence screen that's really annoying. But I came to a realization of a lack of preparedness that I have for a disposition, being that I have mechanics gloves, I have like pig gloves, like tactical gloves, I have leather work gloves, I have welding gloves, I even have cotton working gloves. I have no cold weather gloves. So I'm gonna have to remedy that. These aren't really the warmest, but they are dry. So where are you from? I'm from Chicago, but I live in Florida. I'm sorry, you probably hear my food system over there going off. We're trying to find out if some of our silkies are actually roosters, which is gonna be very unfortunate. But sometimes you can't help what gets coded, if you know what I mean. Oh, what's going on? We are patrolling the property. No, we're just looking for deer and evidence of predators coming through and doing our morning exercise. It is good hunting weather, though. I don't have any current tickets. There's a giant nature preserve. You can go hunt behind the property. But I'm gonna be come back here knocking down some of these smaller trees later this week, if I'm not going to work, that is. Let's see. What's up? Oh, I forgot to go through the property patrol morning EDC. Now, of course, we are live, so I don't really have a rifle on me. But standard concealed carry, as with any day. Over here to the berm, the bag berm, which has seen better days. We're gonna be redoing that now that we got a post hole digger for the... All right. Oh, sorry, my phone's kind of stupid. It keeps on turning on this visual intelligence thing. I just got a new phone. But I got, let's see, probably 4 top layers on and 2 hoodies, a thermal shirt, a tank top, 2 pairs of pants. I got my clinch pick, my concealed carry. I didn't bother bringing a spare mag today. And then, what, of course, is always my running knife, my Model 1. And funny enough, somehow I ended up with 3 knives, being that I have my Victorinox Compact, which really, if I have to cut anything like string or anything, I'm probably more apt to grab this. It's just a pretty sweet little knife. It's even got a little bit of fire starting capability in there. Let's see, you got a tourniquet. No wallet. I'm not making any monetary purchases out here on the homestead. So, and of course, my mini educator and one standard issue dog. He's got his little rig on today. I was thinking maybe it might help keep him a little bit warmer, being that he is a dog, so he's got his natural coat on. But he's a happy boy out here getting some exercise. So we're gonna come over here to the west side of the property, because this is where I'm really gonna have to start doing the majority of the work. What's the temperature? I think it's about 32 right now. You can see your breath. Sorry, my glasses are polarized, so it's hard to see the screen when I have them on. I have my Gen 5 Glock 26. See this stump right here? I'm gonna come knock this thing down with the tractor. So this thing fell down in 22 and sat here on this across the property for 3 years, and I finally picked it up with the tractor a couple weeks ago and got it moved. That one I got burnt up, but this guy over here is a little bit harder to manage, but I at least got him pushed to the side. But yeah, I went into town yesterday and went to Kevin's and held a Glock 19 Gen 6 for the first time, and I like it. I like it quite a bit. I like the trigger. I like the stippling on the grip. And I like the grip angle, but I put a performance, what do they call it? Glock Performance Center trigger in my Glock 26. And I would say that the new trigger on the 19, just from dry fire, I haven't got a chance to actually shoot one yet, but I would say it's comparable to the Performance Center trigger, which you pay $99 for to upgrade your standard Glocks. Come check on that. We got the heat lamps on the girls. Oh, you see that little rooster down there? We call him the General. That's one of my wife's designer roosters. They look cold. What you girls think? Man, I'm already hungry for some farm fresh eggs. I ate maybe 5 eggs with my brunch yesterday. 2 fried, 3 scrambled with a bunch of cheese melted on top. So we're gonna get bumped back up here. This is a homemade wool scarf. But anyway, I gotta get to my push-ups. So yeah, I dry fired that Glock 19 Gen 6. I do want to get one. I just don't want to pay the price that was at the store. It was $6.99. And I go to a Blue Label Glock store since I'm, technically a veteran, so I can get Blue Label Glocks dirt cheap. Last Glock I bought was $420, brand new. And that was my my Glock 26 actually. All right, come on, dog. Let's find a nice sunny spot to do some push-ups. So those that are new, I do 147 push-ups every Monday. I do at least 45 minutes of continuous cardio and 147 push-ups. I used to do the squats, body weight squats, but I stopped doing those because my Tuesday night martial arts involves squats. But I shifted my classes that I go to on Tuesday night for martial arts. So I don't go to that particular class. So I should do the squats again. But We're gonna come down here by the tractors because it's sunny and I'm cold. But I gotta get up there. My wife said to try to take it easy today because it's cold. She's so acclimated to Florida. She's like, stay inside, it's cold. I'm like, we are from Illinois. You can see we were out of propane, what was it, Tuesday through Friday last week. So this is how I was heating the house. Actually out here chopping wood like a man. I remember when I was younger, I had this friend in the Air Force, and you know, he's kind of a, you know, soft. Not that I'm a hard man or anything, but he's a pretty soft dude, and he would always joke about, oh, look at that guy, he's so manly, probably chops wood. And it was like a running joke, and I'm like, now I gotta do that to heat the house sometimes. All right, let's see if we can bust out our first 40 push-ups. What do you think, Knee-High? Oh yeah, be sure to put your balls in the camera. Come on, get out of here. The ladies at the vet refer to him as being intact. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. I know I'm not in standard workout attire, being in jeans and a puffy jacket. Oh, it's 9:08. But it's still pretty comfortable. So how are we doing over here? You can see we have the tractor section. So what I was tasked with today, my honeydew, is to research like carport coverings, because I don't have a shed, and I can't really fit the tractor in the horse barn, which is what I was planning on doing. So, and we're also planning on actually getting a horse to put in the horse barn. So I need like a carport or a barn or something, just for a little bit of atmospheric protection, if you will, especially for the John Deere, because I kind of baby that thing. So it's my first real tractor. I mean, I've had garden tractors for years, but I kind of baby that thing. The excavator, it runs pretty good, but it's no John Deere. It's that one of them Chinesium excavators. So we're gonna do a little bit of a walk over here and look at some of the work I see. All this was done last week. Of course, this is recent, so this is still got water in it. So I'm not really messing with those except for just getting them down to storable size units. But yeah, we went into town yesterday, and when I checked out that Glock 19, I picked up my RC2 Surefire suppressor that's been in purgatory since November of last year is when I bought that. I bought it in November, and I chose to wait till January 1st to, you know, not pay the $200 penalty. So I think we sent it into the ATS, certified it on like January 5th or 7th, and it got approved on Friday, which was like, what, the 29th? But yeah, this is the most recent. This is, I don't know, what would this be, the north end of the property? And I finally came through and chopped down a whole bunch of this stuff. So the goal for the week, which is hopefully it'll warm up a little bit, is to come out here and get this all bucked down, processed, and cleaned up, because I really want to get the property cleaned up before I go back to work. So that frozen ground really made my fingers cold. These leather gloves don't do much for warmth, I tell you what, and now they're getting wet. I tell you what we'll do, we'll use the tarp. Try to knock out our next 40. The best angle here, but But I'll probably end up getting one of those Gen 6 Glocks at some point. I'm just not really in a hurry to get one. I just got this Gen 5 Glock 26, what, November, December? So, all right. Get this reel pushed as much as possible. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ooh. I think that was only 30. I lost count there in the middle. Was that 30 or 40? Was anybody counting? Where'd my dog go? Nei? What are you doing over there? At least the dog's warm. I was using him as a foot heater yesterday on the couch within his capacity to sit still for a couple minutes, which is, there's not much capacity for that. He's 3, but sometimes he still gets that puppy energy. Hey, come here. I don't mind him chewing up sticks. I just don't like him chewing up all that Spanish moss and getting that in his mouth. Hey, don't chew that stick. Oh, you bonehead. You dog. Oh. Damn it. He butt-headed me right in my knee. Shit. He did this to me a month ago in my thigh, and it felt like a Thai leg kick. Dude, I don't need knee problems. I already got elbow problems. Damn, I'm gonna have to walk this up. Shit. That hurt like a mofo. I'm trying not to curse these days as much. But that damn bonehead dog. Shit. At least my run's done with. He's being ornery. He's on that ornery streak. You can see where I was making a road with the excavator here. When we moved in, there was a road here, mostly from horse trailers and horses. Damn. And I uncovered this big root, which I'm gonna come through with the root grapple on the tractor and try to dig that up at some point. Man, he bashed me damn good in the knee. I could show you the hole I had to cut. I think I made a short video. But this thing, I think I'm actually gonna burn this thing out. And then I had to make basically a big clearing into the cypress swamp just for access. Now, we're officially not even on my property anymore, but this come May, June, will be underwater. So I got to do whatever work I can do back here, because I kind of want to come back here and reclaim. Oh, look. Literal shit. I almost stepped in a whole bunch of it. See that? Deer. They're everywhere around here. It's the core essentials of life that we have all around us: trees, grass, and water. Which, you know, there's like thousands of acres of nature preserve that direction, and this is a swamp. You go down there, eventually you will hit water. So you have all the essential elements to bring animals, and so they come through. And that 5-foot fence doesn't stop them. They jump right over that. Whew. Whew. All right, I got to do some makeup push-ups here. Because we're only counting that as 70. I think my knee's starting to feel better. Man, I'm going to have a bruise there for sure. Let's see, you can see the road here. What's that up there? Squeaking. Is that woodpecker? No. Oh, that is. Is that woodpecker? I can't tell. Yeah. Looks like he might be pair bonded up. We do have cardinals. The cardinals have already come to Florida. We had a couple sets of them. One down here and one up by the house. Real bright red males. It's, in the bird world, it's arguably kind of opposite. Like humans, there's what they call sexual dimorphism, whereas the males and the females actually had distinguishing characteristics that set them apart. And as opposed to, arguably, the human world, in the bird world, the males are typically considered more beautiful and aesthetically pleasing, being that they usually have the most diverse color palette and feather display. So, degrees in biology and chemistry, but I studied under Dr. Thompson who's a pretty pronounced ornithologist, and tracked and banded house wrens in the Merwin Nature Preserve. And I think that was what, 08, 09 I did that. So spent a whole, I think it was May through August every day, well, Monday through Friday, hiking through the Merwin Nature Preserve, actually catching house wrens in nets, but usually we just opened the top of their nest boxes and grabbed them out, and we would band them and track them and count their eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, that was definitely 40, so we'll say 110 total. So I gotta do 37 more to get to my 147. So it seems my signal seems to be going in and out. What's up, dog? 37 more push-ups so we can go have coffee. Okay, boy. You smell like a dog. That little chest rig he's got there, I went to go get it last week and it was wet because it's been sitting near the fence, or excuse me, the screen in the porch. So rain got it. So I set it further in the porch so it could dry out. And when I got it this morning, it was cold, but it was dry. And I think the rainwater that was in there helped diffuse some of the dog smoke, because he's peed on it in the past accidentally. What in the world is this thing? Looks demonic. What do you think, puppy? 37 more push-ups? Yeah, so we picked up our RC2 can yesterday and put it on my backup M4A1. So finally, an M4A1 that's suppressed after that being my main gun for almost 6 years now. The Daniel Defense M4A1. So It's had the Surefire SF3P on it for about 4 years. That is my backup one, but I finally got a proper RC2 can. I'll just leave that there. Oh, that was a big boom. Interesting. Nehai, we already had our run. He's standing at the gate like we're getting ready to go on our run. Come here, Puppy. You bashing my knee again, dude. Yeah. Drink that filter water. Oh, man. You can see a post hole digger here. I'm gonna actually hook this thing up this week and try this. I haven't put it on yet because there's still some stuff I got to cut down with the RC 2048 here. RC2. Yeah. I mean, this thing, I think I put, I don't know, maybe 10 hours on it at this point. But that root grapple, that hook, that is the most useful piece of equipment I have ever had right there. Hands down. Just pick up a log, get your chainsaw out. Perfect. All right. 37 push-ups. Look at this. Look at this degeneracy. Southern man. I've tractored around the big fire hole. This used to be a big stump I burnt out. Giant oak tree that we had cut down in 21, I believe it was. And used to tower right here, just giant oak tree. And I finally burned out a stump. The funny thing about this stump, it was up maybe to, I don't know, yay high. And one time I forgot it was there, and I was in my little red car. I used to have this Toyota Solara, and it was parked right there. And I backed up and caught the front bumper on the stump, and it ripped the whole front end off. No shit. I was cursing myself. It was like late at night or something. It was dark and I was tired. So I had my revenge. I burnt out that stump over the first part of January. Trying to turn this around. Yep, my leather glove fat fingered the thing to turn it around, and I accidentally hit the mute button, so I do apologize. I don't know how long I've been on mute for. But so I gotta go make some coffee and check my email, and might go do a little bit more shooting today. Look what I just found. That is what you call a cooked suppressor cover. If you're ever gonna do anything that involves increasing the rate of fire on your equipment, be sure to get a full auto rated suppressor cover. Just a bit of advice from somebody that learns from his mistakes. I always say there's 3 kinds of people. 1 that learns from others, 2 that learns by mistakes, and 3 that just don't learn. Don't be that 3rd category. It's like you learn the hard way. If you're one of those people, you just have the hard way. I know somebody like that. It's a sad thing to watch. But no, yeah, I accidentally hit the mute button. I do apologize. I don't know what I was talking about during that period of time. It's getting kind of random, but my fingers are getting frozen, and so I need coffee. But appreciate y'all hanging out with me this morning, and I got some videos coming up, and I got to run and start my day. So y'all stay safe out there in this crazy world. Shalom.